Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is me Fatima Khan, Business Wali. I am a student of Rehan AI Teachers Training Institute Batch 22. So today we will discuss a very interesting and important topic: how to overcome self-doubt and build confidence with ChatGPT. Today we will learn about this topic with ChatGPT. So let's start. Hello ChatGPT.
Hey, great to hear from you. How's it going?
Today we will discuss the topic how to overcome self-doubt and build confidence.
That sounds like a really powerful topic. There's so much we can explore, whether it's practical exercises, mindset shifts, or just ways to reframe your inner dialogue. Where would you like to start, or do you have a specific angle you're thinking about?
My first question is this: what is self doubt and why do we experience it?
Ooh, great starting point. So, self doubt is basically that internal voice that questions our worth, our abilities, or our decisions. And it can pop up for so many reasons, like past failures, fear of judgment, or just comparing ourselves to others. Basically, it's super normal, but it can be really limiting. And that's why it's so important to tackle it head on.
How does self doubt affect our daily life and decisions?
Yeah, it can really sneak into all sorts of daily stuff. For example, it might stop you from speaking up in a meeting, or it could keep you from applying for an opportunity you really want. It can make you second guess your decisions, which slows you down, makes you less decisive, and over time, it kind of chips away at your sense of possibility. So it's a big deal.
What are the main causes of low self confidence?
Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of times, low self-confidence comes from early experiences, like maybe a tough childhood, or maybe you faced a lot of criticism growing up. Other causes can be societal pressures, like feeling like you have to measure up to certain standards, or just repeated failures that haven't been processed. It's a mix of internal and external factors for a lot of people.
How can someone identify negative self talk?
Yeah, that's a big one. So, negative self talk often sounds like an inner critic that jumps in with things like, I'm not good enough or I'll never succeed. You can identify it by noticing when you immediately put yourself down or when you assume the worst. Keeping track of those thoughts, like writing them down, can help you see the pattern and start to challenge them.
What is the first step to overcoming self doubt?
I'd say the first step is really just awareness, recognizing when that self doubt pops up and how it shapes your reactions. Once you spot it, you can start to challenge it, like ask yourself, is this really true? Or what's a more balanced way to see the situation? And from there, you can build more positive habits.
How does fear contribute to lack of confidence?
Yeah, fear is a huge factor. When we're afraid, whether it's fear of failure, fear of rejection, or just fear of the unknown, it kind of freezes us. And when we don't take action, we assume we can't do it, which just reinforces that lack of confidence. So fear kind of builds that self doubt cycle.
Can self doubt ever be useful in positive way?
Yeah, it actually can. In small doses, self doubt can be a signal to slow down and reflect, like it might be telling you to prepare more or consider other perspectives. The key is not to let it paralyze you. Use it as a cue to pause, but then still take action once you've grounded yourself.
What habit increase confidence over time?
Oh, good question. I think a big one is setting small, achievable goals. So every time you hit one, you build a sense of progress. Also, practicing self compassion, like being as kind to yourself as you would be to a friend, really builds a solid foundation. And of course, staying consistent with new skills or behaviors just reinforces that confidence over time.
How can we stop comparing ourselves to others?
Yeah, that's a really tough one because it's so natural to compare. But a good way is to catch yourself in the act. When you notice the comparison, take a breath and remind yourself that everyone's journey is different. Try to focus on your own progress, like track your small wins, and even consider doing gratitude practices so you stay grounded in what's meaningful to you.
What role does mindset play in building confidence?
Oh, it's huge. Your mindset really sets the tone. If you adopt a growth mindset, you start seeing challenges as opportunities to learn, and that shifts self doubt from being a dead end to just a step in your development. So when you believe you can grow, you start trusting yourself more.
How can affirmation help reduce self doubt?
Yeah, affirmations can be really powerful because they help rewire your thinking. When you repeat positive, realistic statements like I'm capable or I grow from challenges, you start to notice that inner dialogue shift. Over time, it's like a muscle. You just get more used to believing those positive truths about yourself.
Okay. What are the practical ways to believe in yourself more?
Yeah, absolutely. One practical way is to keep a success journal. Write down even small wins every day. Another is to take action, even if it's a tiny step, so you build momentum. And also surround yourself with positive people who lift you up and believe in you. It makes a big difference.
Why does failure affect confidence and how should we respond to it?
Yeah, failure can really shake us up. It often feeds that fear and self doubt, making us feel like we're not good enough. But the key is to reframe failure as a lesson, not a verdict. So reflect on what you can learn, adjust your approach, and remind yourself that every stumble is just a step toward growth.
Can small daily wins help build long term confidence?
Oh, absolutely. Those small wins add up in such a big way. Each time you accomplish something, even if it feels minor, you prove to yourself that you can follow through. So over time, that builds this steady foundation of confidence because you're seeing tangible progress.
How do successful people handle self doubt?
Yeah, that's a great question. Even really successful people experience self doubt, but they often handle it by taking action anyway. They don't wait for the doubt to fully disappear. They also lean on their support systems, like mentors or peers, and they remind themselves of past successes, kind of like a mental bookmark. So it's not that they never feel it, they just don't let it stop them.
What is the difference between confidence and arrogance?
Good distinction. So, confidence is that grounded belief in your abilities. It's secure and it stays open to growth. Arrogance, on the other hand, is more about puffing yourself up. It's often dismissive of others and it's usually fragile underneath. So, confidence is more about trust in yourself, while arrogance is kind of a mask for insecurity.
How can body language affect self confidence?
Oh, it's a huge factor. The way you carry yourself can really shape how you feel. So, things like standing tall, making eye contact, and keeping your posture open, they send a signal to your brain that you're in control. And over time, that kind of body language can boost your confidence as well.
What are some exercises to improve self belief?
Yeah, definitely. One great practice is daily affirmations. So you just repeat positive statements about yourself. Another is visualization. Imagine yourself succeeding in situations that usually make you nervous. And also, simple things like practicing gratitude daily or setting small challenges can really build that inner belief.
My question is this: what are the some exercises to improve self belief?
Gotcha. So, a few practical exercises could be things like power posing, standing in a confident posture for a couple minutes, or journaling, where you write down your strengths and past successes. Another one is setting small, achievable goals each day and celebrating them. All of that helps reinforce your belief in yourself.
What role does self awareness play in confidence building?
Oh, it's really important. Self awareness is like your foundation. You get to know your strengths, your triggers, and your patterns. And once you're aware, you can make conscious choices instead of just reacting. So it helps you stay focused, authentic, and it really gives your confidence a boost.
What should someone do when they feel not good enough?
Yeah, that's really tough. And I think the first thing is just to be kind to yourself. Acknowledge that feeling without judging it. Then try to take a small, doable action, like something you know you're capable of, or reach out to a trusted friend. And remember, these feelings don't define you, they're just moments, and you can get through them.
How can fear of judgment be overcome?
Yeah, that's a big one. A helpful way is to remind yourself that most people are more focused on themselves than on judging you, and you can practice exposure. Start taking small risks, put yourself out there, and realize that the worst case scenario is usually not as bad as you imagine. With practice, that fear starts to lose its grip.
What daily habits destroy confidence without us noticing?
Yeah, a big one is constant self criticism. When we're always second guessing ourselves, it chips away at trust in our own abilities. And comparison, too. When we constantly measure ourselves against others, we feel like we fall short. Also, not celebrating progress. If we never acknowledge our wins, we forget how far we've come. So, all of these things subtly erode confidence.
Okay, so my last question is this: what is the importance of taking action despite fear?
Yeah, that's really crucial. Taking action even when you're scared is what builds real confidence. Fear might never fully go away, but when you act anyway, you prove to yourself that you're capable. And each time you do, that fear starts to lose its power and you just grow stronger step by step.
Okay, thank you, ChatGPT.
Of course. I'm really glad we talked about this. If you ever want to dive deeper or just chat again, I'm here. Take care.
Okay. So this is all about the conversation about the topic. I hope you learned something in this conversation. Thank you so much everyone for listening to me. Allah Hafiz.